Are you looking for some gift ideas for that DIY or tech in your life? My name is Michael with Field Tech Academy. I've been a tech and a DIY guy for 25 years. Today I'm going to show you some gift-worthy tools out of the tool bag that I carry around every day out in the field that I think that your special someone will benefit from. Let's get into it. Tool bags are, of course, very important for a technician or a DIY guy. I love these DeWalt tool bags. Again, I'm not brand specific, I'm not being sponsored. This is just my personal opinion from the tool bags that I've tried. This is a 16-inch. I also carry an 18-inch for my larger tools. The reason I like this is because it does hold up. It doesn't collapse very easily. It has pockets on the outside and it has pockets on the inside so that your tech can really organize all of their tools. If you get these tool bags that just have an open shell, then everything just gets dumped in and lays loose in the bottom and you have to dig for it. I've linked some Amazon lists in the description of the video. That way you can jump right to these items and be able to buy them. Most of these tools are under $50, but I will show you a few more expensive tools if you're really wanting to get something special for your special someone. First thing I want to show you is this magnetic stud finder. Very affordable, but very useful. It has magnets on the back and a tech will run this across a wall to find studs. I have found that a lot of the electronic stud finders that are on the lower end just don't work well. So for the money, you really can't beat this magnetic stud finder. Safety is important. So if your tech is out working around live electrical, this electrical tester will allow them to test outlets to see if there is power in that outlet. This style of level I really love. I'm not brand specific on this. What's important to me is that it is just a short, round 1 foot that has magnets on the bottom. Having a good cutting tool like electrical snips is very important out in the field. I, as a data tech, use these every single day. They have an opening where you can cut larger wires, you can cut finer things with the tip. It has a stripping feature that will strip down most common wires and a crimp feature to be able to squeeze and crimp connectors. The grip size on these scissors is great for larger hands. I can stick my fingers in this part and I can either use the thumb side or a lot of techs will just hold it in the palm of their hands. A lot of techs don't need a stripper for cable, but a lot of times you can cut into the jacket, so having a pre-made Cat 5 stripper is a nice asset to have in your tool bag. This keeps you from overcutting the internal pairs and creating shorts. It's a nice little Klein brand one, has a spot where you can just rotate with your finger a couple of times back and forth. Another tool that I use all the time is an LED headlamp. You see these all over the place on Amazon, on Temu, on all these sites. I went through and tested 3 or 4 different types. The reason I like this one, beyond the fact that it has a nice wide headband, is that it has 3 rows of LEDs and they're actually pointed a little bit on the top and the bottom so that it actually spreads out the beam so you can see more than just where your eyes are pointing right at. And it is very, very bright and the battery lasts a good amount of time. Something else I use a great deal of are these little organizers, and these are actually fishing tackle organizers, but they work great in the tech fields. I keep spare batteries, I keep specific kinds of screws. All these little parts, if they get dumped in a big tool bag, are just going to get scattered and you're not going to be able to find them. And these are super cheap, so you can buy several of them and your tech will be able to organize everything and be more effective in the field. The last tool, kind of on the lower end of pricing, is this Klein multi-tip precision screwdriver. You can have 2 different tips on one end to have smaller Phillips and flathead, and then you have larger Phillips and flathead on the other end. This can be easily rotated back and forth. As we move up the pricing scale a little bit, there is a Klein 27-in-1 multi-tip security bit screwdriver. There are a lot of different Klein multi-tip screwdrivers, and there's a lot of other brands out there. I've got a review video that I'll link up above, and you'll see why I love this particular screwdriver, but I'll show you right quick. The tool storage is really amazing. Keeps all of these security tips. Since it's focused on security tips, it doesn't actually include a Phillips and a flathead, so I will include a link to the Phillips and flatheads that I buy to include in my set. Even though I've got a headlamp, it's always nice to have a good LED flashlight. Again, there's a million cheap, crummy ones on the market. This one is made by Coast. It's an HX5. I've beat it up and it has held in there. It only takes 1 AA battery and it lasts forever on that battery. The lumens on this are very, very bright, and it has a focusing feature to pull in that beam. Has a clip where you could clip it on the bill of a hat if you didn't want to use a headset, or you can actually clip this onto a tool bag or your belt. If you have a data or telecom tech in your life, then having a good pair of crimpers is important. This will crimp RJ45 and RJ11, which is data and phone. It has a stripping feature on it. These are Klein, and again, I carry these every day. I've beat them up, I've dropped them, and they are durable and they last. Moving up the price scale just a little bit more, we have a butt set. So again, if you've got a data or a telecom tech and they don't already have a butt set, this would be a really important tool for them to have so they can test phone lines. It comes with alligator clips and the ability to plug a phone line directly into it. So this is a really versatile butt set for the tech in your life. I'm going to clear these off. I'm going to show you a couple of more expensive tools if you want to get something really special for that tech that you love. This is a laser level. If you can pronounce this name, good luck. I'm going to say it's Hupar. One of the reasons I like this particular laser level is because it comes with its own carry case. This will go on any normal tripod. This does a 360 view. It will go up and down like this, and it will also go around like this. This has a great range and a green laser so that it will work in dusty or dark environments. Has a rechargeable battery, which is to me very important. And the other reason I chose this over some of the other brands because it's modernized and has a USB-C charging port instead of a micro. So I think your tech would be really pleased to get this as a gift. The last tool I'm going to show you, and the most expensive tool, is this Klein cable tester. It comes with 6 remotes so that your tech can actually test 6 different cables simultaneously and identify them, which is a big deal. Keeps them from having to run back and forth to every single data jack and swap out the plug. It comes with testing cables. It will test data, phone, and coax. It also tests for PoE or power over Ethernet, so your tech will know if the device they're connecting to is providing power. This can do toning, so if you have a toning wand or he already has a tone and trace set, this is compatible with that and will tone out the cable, and he can also use it to determine how long an existing cable run is. Again, I'll put a link in the description for all of these items that I've covered today. If you enjoyed this, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. My goal is always to help your tech or your DIY guy to get out there and make money. I'll see you in the next video.